Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, as you can see, it's cloudy today, raining out there. Now, this is a precursor to some footage I'm going to show you that I took yesterday. Both of my daughters take swimming lessons, and this was taken at the sports club where they do that. And there's another dad there. His name is Jun. He's a Japanese guy, and he lived in London for quite a few years, so he speaks perfect English. And I got some footage of his watch, so thought you might like to see it. Enjoy. All right, welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so we're looking at my friend's watch, and this brand is Caravelle, which apparently Switzerland, okay. And so where did you get this watch? eBay?
Yeah,
yeah.
eBay. Yeah.
How much was it? You told me it was like pretty.
$40.
$40. Okay, so I love like deals like this, and you can see it's got quite a history. It says here, JAC Carolyn Frank, 6/18/65. So 1965. Wow. And he's got a leather strap on it. Now it says here waterproof, shock resistant, Caravelle, anti-magnetic. Wow, and you can see my guitar playing calluses there. Very, very old, and all of those sort of innovations even in 1965. Now, you were saying, June, that it stops sometimes?
Yeah, it stops, yes.
Yeah, and so it's because water got in the crown? Water got in the crown?
Yes.
Yes. And so it's good morning. It's so apparently it's rusting, and so he's checked into getting an overhaul, but it's going to cost 35,000 yen, which is about over $300, and says he paid $40 for it. Just doesn't seem like a good idea, but it's a cool watch, and you know, with the inscription, obviously somebody loved it, so got a lot of history there. All right. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that. Now, okay, let me tell you a little bit about that watch. If you couldn't catch from what you saw, it runs, but it stops and starts. So the time that it was showing was off. And actually, Jun just wears it sort of as like as a piece of jewelry. He just likes the way it looks, but it doesn't keep time. So he either has to get a new watch or he has to have an overhaul done on it. Now, the reason it's not keeping time is because it's all rusted on the inside. I think water breached the crown, and it's rusting and stopping, and so he'll have to pay 35,000 yen for an overhaul. And so since he paid $40 for the watch, he, you know, doesn't seem like really a good investment. And if I were him, I don't think I'd sink, you know, over $300 into it. 35,000 yen is about $350. So now I was thinking about it. He really likes old vintage pieces, things you know, have like that have like a retro style. And I was thinking about it, and I have this sort of retro looking Vostok right here. And so take a look at that. I think that would be up Jun's alley. It's got Roman numerals. It's really vintagey. It's mechanical watch. It's kind of gold trim, which I'm sure is gold plating, or maybe not even gold plating, maybe just gold colored plating. So I mentioned this to Jun, so I'm going to send him some pictures and see maybe if he wants to, you know, make a deal of sorts. Now, Jun's a really good friend, so, you know, I don't really want to make any money off of him. I got this for $25, and then I put the leather strap on it, and that was another $10. So I'm $35 into this. And, you know, it's a great piece. You know, it feels great to wind. It's not an automatic. I mean, it's a mechanical watch, but it's you know, you have to wind it every day, and that's kind of nice. And you don't have to undo the crown. It just sort of you just wind it. It's very retro feel to it and retro look to it. And I set it today, and 24 hours from now, I'm going to take a look at it and see what kind of accuracy it has. But I think this could be a good replacement for that Caravelle. Now, by the way, Caravelle, I Googled it, and if you're curious, Caravelle has associations with Bulova. Bulova, I don't know much about Bulova, but apparently back in the day, that was kind of a nice fancy watch to have in the States. In the 1940s and 50s, that would have been a kind of one of your upper end watches. Now these days, I couldn't even really tell you what a Bulova watch means. I sort of think of a fashion watch. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about Bulova brand, and not really that interested in remedying that ignorance. I'm just, I guess I've just seen too many Bulova advertisements in like fashion magazines to really take it seriously as a watch company these days. So, but back in the day, I think Caravelle was probably like an offshoot or sort of a branch of Bulova, and I think you can still find Caravelle stuff. I saw a video on YouTube, and some guy was showing like a $95 Bulova quartz, and it was not worth talking about. But it was quartz, and it was $95, and it just was black, and it just looked like such a fashion watch, such a piece. But anyway, it appealed to him, and that's what's important. All right. So anyway, there's actually a Caravelle on Chrono 24 for $800. Now, unlike June's, it has a day and a date function. But the face looks a lot like his, June's, other than that. And yeah, it looks like a nice watch. Now, I wouldn't pay $800. I wouldn't pay $500. I'd probably at most pay like $200 for a watch like that. I think they're kind of ticking time bombs in the sense that something's going to go wrong eventually, and when it does, it's going to need an overhaul. And again, it's going to be at the minimum $300. So those old watches, I think they're fun. I mean, for $40 or less, if you can get a couple months joy out of it, I think you're breaking even. But yeah, we'll see if this Vostok appeals to June, and so maybe it could find a good home with him, because I certainly don't use it. I wound it for the first time today, and that's the first time I've touched it in weeks. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.